24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner.
Can you believe Kim Kardashian is being exposed for allegedly being Diddy's accomplice and paying off his partners? Chow, just when we thought 2024 couldn't get any crazier, the universe pulls a fast one on us and drops another bombshell, making us question everything we thought we knew about our favorite celebs. Fans have been suspicious of Kim's involvement in Diddy's affairs for a while now, and it seems like we finally have some evidence to back it up. New information suggests that not only was Kim aware of Diddy's questionable activities, but she also allegedly aided him in covering up the evidence and compensating his victims in exchange for a cut of the profits. Girl, you better buckle up for this roller coaster of drama and hold on to your edges because this situation is absolutely bonkers. Did Kim really conspire with Diddy to have Kanye West committed to a mental institution so they could swindle him out of his money? Chell, it looks like it's game over for Kim because Diddy is snitching, and he is snitching hard. So let's break down this messy tea.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look.
They would have Michael Jackson,
or worse, yeah. So look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her.
So it looks like Diddy is trying to pull down as many people as he possibly can. Tell me why this man has been snitching on everybody and their mama. You'll know how there have been multiple reports about footage from his parties and events leaking for the past couple of days. Well, word on the street is that he is allegedly behind the leaks, and now he just leaked footage of Kim Kardashian, and it is very, very bad. Hey folks, remember when Cat Williams dropped that bomb about Diddy not being the only celeb in hot water? Well, it seems like he wasn't kidding because a bunch of them are getting dragged down with him. Guess who's caught up in the whirlwind? None other than Kim Kardashian. But hold on to your hats because the accusations against her are wild. Word on the street is she might have been helping Diddy smooth over some rough patches by allegedly paying off his accusers and special friends. Looks like Kim's got more than just concern on her plate these days. Rumor has it her bank balance isn't looking so hot, and it's becoming harder to brush off. You know how Kim and her crew are all about flaunting their wealth online with their luxury cars and dreamy homes. Well, it seems like there might be some cracks in that shiny facade because Kim's reportedly drowning in debt. Let's talk cash, honey. Kim's always had a bit of a shady reputation when it comes to money matters. She's not one to shy away from controversial commercial gigs if they pay well. There's talk that she's not afraid to bend the rules a bit, with whispers about her involvement in some dodgy dealings and cozying up to less savory characters in the finance world. Now, let's rewind to Kim's pre-fame days when she was hustling as Brandy's closet assistant. Rumor has it that Kim wasn't exactly playing by the rules back then, and there's some serious tea about her and Khloe allegedly pulling a fast one on Brandy. Here's the scoop on Kim's gig as Brandy's right-hand woman. Back in those early days, Kim got her hands on Brandy's credit card for a single purchase, and Brandy's mom kept a close eye on the spending. But here's where it gets juicy. After Kim left her post with Brandy, along with Khloe and Rob, they allegedly cooked up a scheme to swipe a cool $120,000 from Brandy's mom. Kim had been holding on to those credit card details like a secret weapon, biding her time for the perfect moment to strike. When she thought the coast was clear, she made her move. To cover their tracks, they laundered the cash through their own stores, Dash and Smooch, instead of blowing it all in one go. It turns out they thought they were being slick by funneling the cash through those stores, thinking it would blend in with Brandy's usual spending spree. But guess what? They got busted because Brandy's mom, who was the one calling the shots on the payments, didn't exactly give the green light to those transactions. At first, Brandy's mom tried to keep things cool, giving Kim a chance to square things away without bringing in the big guns, all thanks to their tight connections with Brandy and Ray J. But when Kim kept dragging her feet for over a year without coughing up the dough, Brandy and Ray J's mom had had enough and took them to court. However, Brandy and Ray J managed to smooth things over, persuading their mom to drop the lawsuit and handle it privately. According to Ray J, this whole mess was the final straw in his relationship with Kim, not because of their adult tape, as some might have speculated. And guess what? That wasn't the end of Kim's shady adventures. Rumor has it she was also involved in a money laundering scheme before she became a household name. She allegedly had a sugar daddy named Joe Lowe, an Asian fella accused of laundering some seriously dirty cash. Insiders claimed that Kim frequently traveled with Joe Lowe to gambling houses and casinos. In 2009, she even claimed to have flown back to LA with a trash bag full of $250,000 cash that he had won from a casino in Las Vegas. But it turns out that this might have been part of a larger money laundering scheme, as Joe Lowe has been implicated in such activities. The Insider wrote that Lowe is wanted by international authorities in connection with a multi-billion-dollar money laundering scam. He is accused of being the mastermind behind a scheme to siphon $4.5 billion from the Malaysian state-run Economic Development Fund, One Malaysia Development Berhad. But wait, there's more. Kris Jenner just happens to be the one pulling the strings at the church, which means when the Kardashian-Jenner sisters hand over their 10%, it's essentially padding their mom's wallet. And here's the twist. Kris could easily find a way to funnel that cash right back to them, meaning they're not exactly sacrificing anything while still enjoying a hefty tax break. Talk about gaming the system. Now, remember this church bit because we'll come back to it in a sec. All right, let's get back to the Kardashians and their shady financial maneuvers. The whole situation reeks of suspicion, and it's shady as heck. But wait, there's more to the story because a lot of pieces just don't seem to fit when it comes to Kim's money matters. Folks are convinced she's been inflating her earnings and net worth. This kind of shady business isn't new to the Kardashians. We all recall how Forbes exposed Kylie for lying about the value of her Kylie Cosmetics empire, and she ended up losing her billionaire status. Well, Kim is still officially a billionaire, but people think that she doesn't act like it. In 2022, she was investigated by the SEC after she advertised the cryptocurrency Ethereum without adding a disclaimer to show that it was a sponsored ad and that she had gotten paid to do so. And here's where things really take a turn. Kim found herself tangled up in a pump and dump scheme involving cryptocurrency, and let me tell you, it was a whirlwind she didn't see coming. She ended up with a hefty fine of $1.26 million for her part in that shady business. But hold on, we're not done with the drama just yet. Despite claiming billionaire status, folks are raising their eyebrows at Kim's Instagram hustle. I mean, come on, a billionaire running ads on the gram. It's got more of an Instagram influencer vibe than that of a billionaire business mogul, if you catch my drift. This stirred up more whispers about Kim and her whole family not swimming in cash as deeply as they'd like us to believe. Now, don't get me wrong, she's not exactly pinching pennies, but she's not rolling in dough like she wants us to believe. And here's the kicker. While they were happily married, Kanye made sure to keep his finances separate from Kim's. He wasn't about to get tangled up in her money mess and risk taking a hit to his own bank account, even when they were all lovey-dovey. Smart move if you ask me. Sources spilled the beans to People magazine, revealing that Kim and Kanye keep their cash flow strictly divided. It's all about my money and her money in their household. So yeah, it looks like even in the land of the rich and famous, it's every person for themselves when it comes to the Mullah mansion. And get this, she's in such a tight spot that she can't even lean on her family for help because every single one of them is knee-deep in debt. It's a real tough spot to be in, no doubt about it. Her mom, Kris Jenner, has a very long list of debts, and according to The Sun, she first took out a loan for $7.25 million in August 2018. But the following month, that was superseded by a new agreement for a whopping $40 million loan through the financial company Crosswind Venture Fund. Then in January 2019, she borrowed $5.2 million and $5.25 million in June of that year, according to property records. Well, buckle up because here's the kicker. Kylie also borrowed a cool $7.5 million. And to cut a long story short, the Kardashians are sitting on a hefty $132 million pile of debt, which is just mind-blowing. But hey, they got to keep up that designer clothes and private jet lifestyle somehow, right? And these financial worries are just the latest in what some are calling their flop era. They might want to up their game real soon. And if Kim thinks Kanye might swoop in to save the day, well, she better think again. Sources say Kanye's fully focused on his new wife, Bianca Censori, and Kim's not exactly on his radar, except when it comes to co-parenting their 4 kids. Ouch, that's got to sting. This is crazy, but y'all drop your thoughts in the comments. Then check out this next video.